What's up guys, welcome back to another video. And today we will be speaking about one player every Premier League club should sign this summer. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number one, we have Arsenal, and I believe Arsenal should sign Romeo Lavia. Would be a very good signing, add depth to the team as well if he were to join. And one of the standouts for the Saints this past season, although they did get relegated, and he will be a great player to have into the squad. Great backup for Rice and also Partey, but Partey is most likely leaving, so good depth for him, good option as well. And he is 19 years old, so still a lot of potential, has potential to improve as well. And a great ball carrier and has the ability to resist the press. And number two, we have Man City, and I went for Frankie de Jong. Now he would strengthen the Man City team even more. Imagine him and Rodri as a double pivot midfield. That would be crazy. He is a fantastic ball carrier as well. He will probably be more of a attacking midfielder, like in the CDM position. He will probably push up more, and he's very comfortable on the ball, and which Pep obviously loves, and he just won the league with Barca as well. Now, number three, we have Newcastle, and I went for Harvey Barnes, and I believe this would be a great signing, would add competition in that left wing spot, and always a standout player for Leicester City, and he adds quality and depth also to the squad, and he is great at beating his man one-on-one. Fantastic winger, and Newcastle are rumored to sign him, and I would say he would perform very well at Newcastle in that left wing position. And the next club we are gonna go for is Manchester United. Now, Man United are in need of a striker, and Rasmus Højlund, I think it's how you say his name, he will be great for them, and they are after him as well. So Man U have been eyeing him all summer. They need a striker who can score goals. He is fast, strong, and also left-footed, kind of like Haaland. But he will be able to get onto those through balls from like Bruno Guimaraes or like, for example, Willock, as he's very fast and his hold-up play is really good as well. So number five, we have Liverpool. Gravenberch is a player I chose for Liverpool, and Liverpool are looking to sign midfielders, and Gravenberch could be a great addition. He's a all-round midfielder, great dribbler and passer, and has fantastic vision when passing, and he looks to break the lines with his vision. Now he's looking to leave Bayern as he hasn't really got too much game time there. And into number six, we have Brighton. And Brighton are looking for like a McAllister type replacement. And I believe Mohamed Kudus would be a fantastic signing to replace him. Very talented player. He's only 22 years old as well. Pacey player, great dribbler, and he's worth around 40 million euros at the moment. And he will be a great addition to the squad. He's a very, very talented player. Now we have number seven, Tottenham. This would be a very important signing for Spurs, as Spurs need a center back of quality. And Van de Ven is who I went for. He is a strong and very forceful tackler. His size helps him a lot defensively, and he is 22 years old. Plenty of potential under the new manager, and he will be fantastic for the club. And number 8, we're gonna go to Aston Villa. Now, I chose Wilfried Gnonto. Villa are in need of wingers, in my opinion, as their current wingers aren't the best. They're kind of aging, I think. And Gnonto would be great. He has that pace on him. He's unpredictable. He has the ability to create imbalances, and he could play on both wings as well as the striker position. And he is worth 21.5 million euros. Number 9, we have Brentford, and the player I went for that they should sign is Joachim Andersen. They're in need of a center back. This could be a solid signing for them. He's great at distributing the ball from the back, very strong as well, and he's pretty comfortable on the ball, and his worth is 35 million pounds to 54 million pounds. That's a lot for a player of his kind of quality. And number 10, we have Fulham, and they are in need of a center back, as their center backs are kind of getting up there in age. Ibanez would be a great signing for the club and fantastic defender overall. Mourinho prefers to keep him, but we'll figure out if he goes to Fulham or not. So Ibanez, he's worth around 25 million euros at the moment, and he's great at passing and also intercepting the ball. And he will replace Tim Ream, as I said, who is getting up there in age. Now, number 11, we have Chelsea. And Chelsea are in need of a keeper, as Edouard Mendy went to Saudi Arabia, and Chelsea are going after Diogo Costa from Porto. And Costa would be a great signing for the Blues, one of the brightest keeping prospects in the world. And he's only 22 years old, and he is really good at coming off his line. They describe him as elite at coming off the line, and he's worth 64 million euros. And number 12, we have Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth are linked with Robin Gosens, and this would be a good signing for them. They need players with quality. They could play him left mid and also left back, and he has that strength and willingness to attack, and he could be great for Bournemouth. He could cross and finish fairly well, and he's worth around 20 million euros. Now, at number 13, we have Burnley, and Burnley are after James Trafford. The only player that they're linked with is him at the moment, and that would be a improvement in that keeper position, and James Trafford would be great. He's worth around 19 million euros. He's very consistent, and he kept 22 clean sheets last season. And number 14, we have Crystal Palace, and they need a striker to score goals, so I went for Florian Balogun. And Palace are in need of a goal scorer, in my opinion. Balogun would be fantastic for them. He did very well in the league on this past season. He was up there with the top scorers, and he's worth 50 million pounds at the moment, or euros. And he's great at timing his runs in behind, and he's only 22 years old. So fairly young, has a lot of potential as well. So number 15, we have Everton. I think Everton need help up top. De Ketelaere from AC Milan would be a great signing for them, and he balled at Club Brugge, but he's worth 30 million euros at AC Milan, he hasn't got that much game time. It wasn't a good move for him, honestly, but I want to see him play in the Premier League. Would be great to see him play. Number 16, we have Luton Town, and the only player they're looking at is Tahith Chong. Tahith Chong could be a very good signing. He is a former Man United player. He plays for Birmingham at the moment, and he's very good at delivering the ball from wide. He could play the ball across goal with very strong power and exceptional talent when running with the ball as well. Number 17, we have Nottingham Forest, and this could add more quality to the team. Hudson-Odoi is who I chose, and he would be a great signing for them. Stands out mostly for his dribbling, and decision making is very, very fantastic overall, and still fairly young. He's 22 years old as well, and he's worth 10 million euros as well. That's pretty cheap, so I believe Callum Hudson-Odoi should go to Forest. And now we have Sheffield United, and obviously Kyle Walker, he is linked to go to Sheffield United as that's where he started his career at, and he could be returning to the club. One of the best right backs in the world at the moment, and he achieved a treble with Manchester City this past season, and he would love if this happened. They are in the Premier League as well, so Walker would stay in the Prem with Sheffield United. And number 19, we have West Ham. They need a replacement for a defensive mid, as Declan Rice went to Arsenal, and Zakaria would fit that role fairly well, in my opinion. Covers the defensive depth in the midfield, and he drives the ball forward as well, and he protects the side's defense fairly well as well. So number 20, the last team, we have Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I went for Samuel Illing Jr. I'm not too sure who this was, but I had to do some research, and he is a English player at Juve. He is very, very young at 19 years old, and he's worth 25 million euros, and he can adapt fast to a new style. He is fast, a very good dribbler and crosser, and would be a good addition to the Wolves team. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.